lightsaber wars, a lot of that stuff going on. That kind of, oh, that was literally right here. Oh, okay, see, now I'm gonna have to edit that out. Cut. Boop.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm just kidding, I don't have a channel.
It's my channel, actually.
So we just wanted to make a video to kind of cover why we homeschool, how we homeschool, what curriculum that we chose this year, and to maybe give a little advice to anyone who's thinking about homeschooling, or if you guys have questions, you can ask us. But that's kind of the whole theme of this video.
Spoiler alert, I am the one that does the school. Boom. I just blew your mind. That's right. Dad does the school. Officially, I'm the homeschool dad.
True. And most dads don't.
Trademark pick.
Yeah, the majority are homeschool moms, so that's a unique situation to us, but it works. But yeah, he's definitely the minority there.
Yeah. We want to talk to you about some of the things she mentioned. I know for me, it's freed up time for ministry, and that was important to me. I am a Christian music singer. We have a group, the Loudermilk's Gospel Group, and that basically has given me more time to write songs and just being out in the world, being able to focus on wherever I'm at. Same thing with school. We can have school, go to the park, do school wherever we want to do it. So that's definitely a cool benefit.
And another thing that we really like is that it has given us the freedom to really choose what the kids are going to be taught, and we have 100% control over everything that they're taught. In West Virginia, you have to teach like 5 different subjects: reading, language arts, history, math, and science. But as far as what you're teaching, you get to pick that. So we really love that. We get to really set our kids up, I think, for success. We give them, biblical worldview. We teach them things that are like really practical, like how money works and taxes and things that we kind of wish that we had learned while we were in school. Some of the things that Jon can do with them is teach them stuff that they might not get in a school setting. Like if he's doing work around the house, if he's doing a project like building a deck or building a set of stairs, like there's a lot of math and measuring and stuff that he can teach them all these like life skills at the same time. So that's really important to us, that we knew exactly what they were going to be learning, and we got to choose all of it.
Yeah, it's definitely life school. Basically, that's the way I see homeschool. It's life school. Just preparing them for life in general, for, it's not just a throw them out into the world thing. They're going to be ready. They're going to know how to write a check. They're going to be prepared for whatever they want to do in life, college or trade school or whatever they want to do. And I want to make sure that, just one thing, like credit, for example, or banking, we want to be ahead of the game on all of that. And that's just a little bit of what parents should be doing. But a lot of it, my favorite thing about it is getting to spend more time with the kids. I get a lot of time with them, time to be goofy, and we have a lot of Nerf gun wars and, claw thingies and just different stuff. And we do a lot of, I'll show you this. This is a robot that we built out of waffle blocks, and it poops action figures. So that is perfect homeschool right there. That's a lot of fun, good family time. That's my favorite part about it, is just family time, and just having fun with them, taking them to the park. After school we'll go and we'll play with their friends at a park or whatever. Another great thing for us is the travel benefit.
So being in the military, I do travel sometimes, and not all the times, but sometimes they have gotten to come with me, which is really cool. Haven't been anywhere actually in a while. Yep, that's my hat. I actually do wear this. And the last time we got to all go somewhere, we went to DC. So it was really like a time that we got to use that was really educational for the kids. We got to take them downtown to DC and show them all the monuments, and it was just really cool. So that's, yeah. Oh, but we also get a lot of time, like flexibility wise with like vacations. So when everyone's getting out of school around the same time for spring break or summer break, and everyone's going on vacations all at the same time, we don't necessarily do that. We like to plan our vacations around when people are usually in school, because it's less crowded.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing this year, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
We will be at the beach after public school starts.
Yep, that is for sure. And honestly, another benefit is not dealing with the public school. We were taking care of some family a while back, and he was going to public school. Well, and at the same time I was doing homeschool, so I could compare them both at the same time. So basically I would get up really early, make sure the lunch was packed, make sure the iPads was charged and not broken and working.
We looked at all their homework and any notes that the teacher had written. We had to make sure they had a mask, a water bottle to take with them.
Yep, every day.
That they didn't have anything crazy packed in their backpack that day.
Yep.
That they made it out of the house with everything that they needed, all their homework, all their forms, everything.
A tag to get on the bus.
Yes, it was very it was very stressful in the morning.
Yeah, it was. The mornings were stressful, and that's just getting them, and then you got to go and take them to the bus, wait for the bus, and drop them off. And then you got to come back later and get them, and then do homework. So honestly, it was a lot harder than just our regular homeschool. Our regular homeschool day would basically, it would be I'm the teacher. It would be, we do it year round, and pre-K and K, I would do like 30 to 40 minutes a day, and that was enough for them to sit down. The rest of the time we were doing things like building or playing blocks or linking logs or actually working on the house. I'd take them and let them do little stuff like hammering in nails or whatever we're doing, and that's really all we needed. And now we're getting into first grade. The time's going up a little bit, but maybe 45 minutes or greater, but it's less than an hour.
Yeah, kids' attention span is really, like, it's not very long. So if you're teaching subjects especially for the little ones, like starting out, I think we started at like maybe 20 minutes when Colson was really little, like 4 years old. We'd start him, and that's where Bowen is now. But we'd start him at like 20 minutes max. And now he's up to like 30, 40 minutes. But their attention span is just not very long. And if you start going like closer to an hour, like anything that you're teaching at that point is just, you might as well, it's just lost. Like they're not going to retain that. They just can't. Little boys are very active. They like to run around, and sometimes they need to do that. Sometimes they just need to get out of the house. They need to get in the sunshine. They need to run for a little bit.
Yep. And
then they can come back and learn something again. Break that that time that you're teaching up into different blocks if you need to. But one of the things that we like doing is we'll talk about the curriculum, but like what we chose allows for us to teach both kids at the same time. They're close in age anyway. They're only 2 years apart, but that works really well for us. basically anything that's like a theme based, like science is a theme, history has a theme, Bible, anything like.
I feel like this makes me look like way cooler.
Okay, so anything like that you can teach multiple kids at the same time. The stuff that you kind of want to start separating would be like math and reading, language arts.
Now on your level, there we go.
That is going to be, they're going to learn differently based on their skill level.
My attention span is pretty much the same. That's how she knows so much about kids' attention spans, is because I'm pretty much one myself still. But anyway, one thing we love to do, just a little tip, she was talking about some of the stuff we do. We print off little scavenger hunt things sometimes, and we'll just go in the woods. We live close to some woods, and we get out there, and we'll find, if the paper will have random stuff on there, pine cones, trees, butterflies, whatever, and you got to find things and mark them off. And they really enjoy that. Gets them out in nature. Of course, they love peeing in the woods because they're boys. I mean, what boy doesn't love to go and just pee in the woods? I mean, something about it, I guess.
I think Jon would if he could get away with it, to be honest.
Sometimes I do, if I, so
no one would say that.
Anyway, but sometimes I will also back up homeschool, like my what I teach for the day. Sometimes I'll have videos to go with it. I'll just find YouTube videos or Homeschool Pop. I really like them. They have videos especially for littles. They really love those videos, and they're very educational. Sometimes I'll do that and a little lesson with it, and like one of them I think was about the White House, and we learned about the White House that day and a lot about it, so I just went along with that Homeschool Pop video. But that's just one example. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can find, a lot of educational videos, or just even learning about, if your kid likes animals or wildlife, there's National Geographic stuff that you could put on and kind of back that up with your lesson to just give them something more interesting than just sitting there in a book all day. I try to get away from the school style. We try to just kind of break the mold a little bit and tend to do what interests them and what they like to do, instead of, because I feel like they retain it better. If they enjoy it, I feel like they retain it better.
Definitely.
No, I get to spend tons of time with the kids, and I love it. A lot of it consists of Nerf gun wars, lightsaber wars, a lot of that stuff going on. That was literally right now. Okay, see, now I'm gonna have to edit that out. Cut. Boop. We attended a homeschool, what would you call that? Convention that really exists. Yes, homeschool convention. Tons of homeschool parents came, and there was a whole lot of curriculum to choose from. Another thing, actually, we picked this up at the homeschool convention. We like this. There was a Bible memory. That's another thing we use, and I forgot to mention that. But it's scripture memory. It's a book that has little rhyming stuff that helps them remember scripture and things like that.
And it's got a CD with songs, because they learn like with music really well.
Yeah, so yeah. Well, they're musical because I'm musical. Yeah, and that's why anybody can do it. I was busy in high school playing music and trying to get Maddie to,
Date you?
Quit. Yeah, well, to quit chasing me around, because she was, obviously in love. But
all right, let's get back on track.
Anyway, no, the homeschool convention is definitely it helped me learn a lot. We didn't go in there wanting to do Charlotte Mason.
Yes, that is where we learned that's what we were going with, is that we on the very last day, the very last session that we sat in on with the speaker was Charlotte Mason. We kind of just picked it on a whim because we ran into the building late, because we're like late for everything. And so we kind of rushed in and sat in the back and listened to this woman give us.
Sorry. Oh, my bad.
This woman give her her briefing, I guess, on Charlotte Mason and what it was, and it totally, completely changed our mind on what we thought it was, and we walked out of there like, oh my gosh, that's what we're doing. It's definitely something to go to kind of, you get to flip through all the books, you get to, you know, sit in on these sessions where they go in depth on the teaching styles and the, you know, what's expected of their programs, and you know, ask all your questions. So if it's something that you're thinking about doing, I would definitely suggest going to one.
I got a question. What about socialization? What are your kids gonna do? How are your kids gonna socialize? That's what I've been sitting here wondering this the whole time.
We get this question so.
It's gross. It's gross
so
how much we get it, okay?
Like more than any question about homeschool, so I'm not even gonna like wait until it's asked, because I know we're just gonna answer it. We're just gonna answer it.
Yeah. Honestly, they socialize more out of school. Yes, believe that or not, they actually socialize more out of school because we take them places. We do things with them. They talk to the cashier or the clerk or whoever, you know, they're socializing with not just their peers, but with everybody, with older people, younger people, and you know, we get them together. And
I swear, people think that we like lock our kids in a basement or something.
That's what they think about homeschool. Yeah. I
don't know where people think this. Like, do you not remember when you were in school and you were literally in trouble every time you tried to talk to your friend? Like, I don't understand this.
Yeah,
so socialization is not the problem with going to school, I assure you. They get plenty of socialization. They are in sports. They are in the world. They are socializing with people of all ages. They are very active in their church. They get out and will sometimes meet with other homeschoolers. That's a thing. Like, homeschoolers actually get together. We're we're not antisocial.
Right.
Yeah, so I promise you, like, if that is your fear, please don't fear about that.
Yeah, if you're in West Virginia, it's actually called the Unsocialized Homeschool Group, right?
Yes.
That's on Facebook,
because
you know, I don't know.
Twitter, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but mainly through Facebook, and you can also do. There's a website. Wait a minute. For homeschool.
Chuvy?
Yes, that one. Say that
Chuvy.
Again. Yes.
Well, there's several different ones, but we like Chuvy. It's the Christian Homeschool Educators of West Virginia.
Yeah. The reason I say that is if you're looking for a place to try to connect, there's plenty of groups out there that are willing to welcome any homeschooler, even me, even a dad.
Chuvy's like not like a socialization, like.
No, but you can find groups on there.
Yes, you can find groups of people. You can ask questions and stuff. But there's co-ops. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but that's like a group,
just a group of
homeschoolers that meet regularly. And a lot of times they'll do lessons. They don't always. Sometimes they just get together and do a field trip. I can't remember when it was, but I think it's a few months ago. John took the boys to a maple syrup farm, and they got to top trees and make maple syrup, and they had a blast. So there's a lot of cool stuff.
And not once in public school did I ever get to do that. And
I've got to make a disclaimer before John gets us in trouble.
Well, that's probably, I'm good at that. I am. That's my best quality, actually.
We do not want to come off as putting down anyone that public schools, for one, or anyone
we were public schooled,
or anyone who works in public education. I know a lot of wonderful teachers, and this is not about like putting them down or bashing any of that. But this, there are some things that we don't necessarily care for. That happens in
things that they're taught
public school. There are things that that get taught in public school
at too young of an age.
It's just a part of the the government school system.
Yeah.
Like they have to abide by some of these rules.
Right. And the reason for making the video is to encourage other homeschoolers.
Yes.
To encourage people that want to do this. It's not to discourage anyone. Even I like being goofy and making light of things and joking, but honestly, we really appreciate all teachers that are willing to do that, and you know, we're not discrediting at all. We just we want to encourage. That's what we want to do. And anyone can do this. I mean, look at me. You know, anyone can homeschool. So you know, also homeschool is not school at home.
Yes. So if there's like one last piece of advice that we can leave you, it is, if you are going to homeschool, please do not try to replicate the public school system in your own home. That is not what homeschool is.
Right.
It is not about making sure that every kid is, you know, seated at a desk and is...
It has to read by 6
and is
years
following
old,
the strict schedule,
Yeah.
and, you know, homeschool is about the freedom to do what you want to do.
It can be a lot of fun, and that's where kids appreciate it, I think, is the freedom and the fun in what it can be.
And there is learning and fun, I promise you that.
And you know, like when it's there's a foot of snow outside and I'm drinking hot chocolate, and me and the kids just get to stay in by the fire and have school, it's a great feeling.
Sometimes school happens all day in their pajamas at the kitchen table.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, me included. Yeah.
Sometimes they're up and dressed and breakfast and actually have their books open at 9 o'clock.
And
sometimes,
other days that's
sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you're gonna have bad days. You know, everyone's different, including little kids, and they have bad days too.
Yeah.
And they might just woke up grumpy. And you're gonna have those. Don't let that discourage you, and you know, give up on it.
My suggestion on that, let me.
It's still worth it.
Right, it is still worth it. And my suggestion on that, if what we like is we like to school year round. Yeah, sometimes we have a field trip, or sometimes we go on vacation.
And also, I like schooling year round because it. You don't have those gaps between grades, like you know, everything that you learned in first grade, and then you have a 3-month gap for the summer, and then you're trying to pick back up and try to remember what you learned 3 months ago. So I don't know, different people do different things, and that's again the freedom of homeschool, and that's totally fine. That's just what works, you know, well for us, is to go year round, because we do have some days where we're not in the book. You know, if we have a day where it's just beautiful outside, they can go outside and play, and we'll mark that as you know, a makeup day for another time. They can make it up in the evening, they can make it up on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's
you know,
that's the thing. And the real question is Spider-Man the greatest superhero? Personally, I think it's Wolverine. I like him, but
it's definitely Thor.
It's not. Yeah, I like Thor, but he ain't got nothing on.
Thor.
Wolverine could definitely take Thor.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's basically everything I think that we wanted to share. If you guys do have any questions, let us know. We'll try to answer them.
This is Maddie, the homeschool mom, and I'm Jon W Loudermilk, the homeschool dad. Yeah, I had to add that in there.
All right, that's it. That's all we got.